Everybody, welcome from Daytona International Speedway. The house at Carson, well, I shouldn't say house, but the series that Carson Hocevar is saving at the moment. Hope everyone's doing really well. I'm still a little bit under the weather, so let's get this out of the way. So I said last Saturday I was not going racing because I was sick. I legitimately had the flu on Saturday. I tried to stay away from everybody, but Lauren Lane kept at me. Let's go racing. And I went to the races on a freezing cold day. Car sucked ass. It wouldn't turn. So I got the flu. I'm here in Florida trying to get over it. So if you hear me coughing or something, I'm just trying to get over it still. But this weather ain't helping at all. But I wanted to come to Daytona International Speedway and do a short show for you guys. But going back to Saturday, a lot of you guys, I just want you to know in my household, I'm the boss. If I say I'm not going racing, you see I'm not going racing, but I went racing. But I really did have the flu, so a lot of you came up to me. I fist bumped you and I walked away. I didn't do it on purpose. It was mainly because I don't want to get you sick and be blamed for it. But I'm inside the speedway. You can see I'm in the parking lot. I'm assuming security is going to come run me off here any minute and put me on the other side of the fence. So that'll be entertaining when they come to do that. So, which probably will be any minute because I see a security man over there. But at Daytona International Speedway, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everything is going well for you at home. It's warm. You're in the house doing whatever. But let's talk a little bit about Saturday. Had a great time racing. Could not get the car to turn. Everything that I threw at that car, it would not turn. Everybody wanted to help me. I'm trying my best to learn on my own, but when you're sick, part of you just don't care. But first time I go out, I qualify. Car was out to lunch. But then I go out and I qualify, and I break out of my qualifying time. And Kevin and I talked about it for a few minutes on the front stretch before we went racing about the qualifying procedures. I tried talking to Robbie, and of course, Robbie, being a dipshit that he is, kind of ignored me a little bit and ran off like he had important things to do. Well, you do have important things to do, Robbie. When there's people trying to talk to you about racing, since you are the guy that handles qualifying, you need to stop and take a breath and just say, hey, what is it you need? And I could have simply just explained that maybe I shouldn't be in this position. Maybe you need to move me. But I go out in a feature, didn't do anything different. Now, this is what kills me. This, as a driver, all you drivers that are watching right now, you'll understand this. The same marks that I hit in practice and qualifying, in the heat race, in the pursuit race, I hit in the feature. And I still went faster. I didn't push the car any harder than I was pushing it. I was just out there racing. I didn't know I took off, but in the feature, I broke out again. But what are you going to do? It's racing. It's a learning curve. I'm trying to learn this car. I love this car. I love Painesville Speedway. Scott did such a wonderful job with the weather being the way it is. And you fans, you showed up, man. I'm proud of all you guys for showing up, because I got to tell you, man, as a promoter myself and doing all the racetracks I've done over the years, we sure in the hell wouldn't have been racing Saturday. But it actually worked out for Scott. Everybody got a chance to try out their positions and do everything they were supposed to do. And I don't know about you guys, and let's talk about it. I want to give the track absolutely an A. I really want to give the track an A for trying. They did really good. From the concession workers up to Robbie up in the tower, everybody did fantastic. Kevin, for the first time in that position, did a great job. So everybody did a fantastic job. But I'm going to say, for my employee, if there's an employee of the night, and I know Scott don't do this, I'm going to do this. So my thing for the employee of the night, and you guys are going to not agree with me on it, but too bad. I'm going to go with Braden. I think Braden did a fantastic job. He was doing 3 or 4 jobs at one time, and he did great at it. So Braden, congratulations, man. From here at Jerry Patrick Media, you win employee of the night at Painesville Speedway. You're coming into your own. Just always remember, when you lose your cool and all that stuff, you just don't say, leave. Never tell a driver to leave, ever, ever. Don't ever tell a driver to leave. But not saying you did. I'm just saying don't lose your temper in the position you're in and tell somebody to leave, because that's not how things go. But let's see. Gary Horst, I'm trying to read and focus on everything around me. Gary said, you're not the first one ever to broke out of the qualified. Gary, listen, you know what I'm saying. I knew where my foot was supposed to be. I went into every corner the same exact way. I didn't change anything up. And I don't know how many other guys broke out Saturday night. I think one other person broke out. So I think maybe one of the Davis crew guy or racers, maybe one of those guys broke out. But for being the first time back there in 30 years, that's right. I haven't raced that track in 30 years. I had an incident. A lot of you guys are going to bring this up, but I had an incident with my son after the feature race. I come in and my son was running his mouth, talking shit. Now, I come from an era where we work really hard to go racing. I won a lot at Painesville Speedway. I consider myself a pretty good racer at Painesville Speedway. But I come into the pits and my son was running his mouth telling me how I should have did this and how I should have done that. And I lost my cool and I about choked the living shit out of him right there in the pits. And I apologize to all the employees. I apologize to all the employees that had to pull us apart. That's not me. And Laura, even Laura helped pull us apart. But I got to tell you, man, I mean, I'm dying with the flu, like dying. I should have been on my deathbed. If I was in the hospital, they probably would have sent a priest in. But just running his damn mouth, man, and that's just not me. I don't put up with it from anybody. I'll take it a little bit, and then I lose my shit, and I don't give a shit who it is. I'll choke the living shit out of you. So, Walt said, from heat race to feature, Jerry Patrick, your car looked stable, settled down, looking faster in the corners. And honestly, I didn't feel it, Walt. I mean, these other drivers, man, have it figured out. Like Henderson, Joshua Way, who else was in there? Henderson's kid, Jacob, and then Lou Hill Jr. and Noah Davis. These guys have it figured out. I haven't been there in 30 years, so I'm trying to figure it out. But I got to tell you, man, it's a pleasure and an honor to be racing with these guys at such a small track. At Lorraine, I was pretty dominant at Lorraine. The same guys at security just went by. Did you see him in the van?
Yeah.
And he actually waved. But you could see when I go to Lorraine or Sandusky, I'm pretty dominant. I can win. And I can't figure it out, which is, well, besides Chase Wiggins. But for the most part, in my opinion, for the most part, our class is pretty badass. I like it. I hate the tire. Hate it. But it makes us all equal. We're pretty equal on there. So, but Joe just asked, so I want to talk about the tire a little bit. Now, this is my opinion, no one else's. The tire makes us equal. It puts us on a level playing field. It really does, man. But I hate it. I freaking hate it, man. As a veteran driver that's been racing my whole life, I hate the freaking tire. But I said to Scott when race is over, man, one thing you did do is you put us on a level playing field, man. Like, we all are struggling with this tire. Now, Henderson said it wasn't too bad. He didn't have that many problems with it. He liked it. I never asked Joshua, but I think Josh Way said he had no problem with it, if I remember correctly. But damn, man, I wish we were back on a different tire. But if I was on a different tire, I wonder how I would have done. I have 4 of them at the shop, the Hoosier Comanches. I think I'm going to, or the ones we ran at Lorraine, whatever Hoosiers those were. I think I'm going to throw them on when I get back, when I get the car dialed in, and just throw them on there, see what the difference in time is. But I got to give Scott credit. He did what he said he was going to do. These tires were going to be an equalizer, and they sure in the hell were, Joe. Man, they really were. It's not about motor now. It's handling. And I'm not saying I got a bigger motor than everybody else, but you guys know what I mean. The tires really made a huge difference in our class. So Rocky said my kid Hayden broke out in his heat race. So there's two people that broke out. So, but man, you're standing there at Daytona International Speedway having a great time. You got some dude with some negativity driving by or running by, jogging. I'm getting exhausted just looking at the guy. But any other street stock drivers on here right now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you guys thought about the tire. But I don't think now, after running the tire, I don't think now I would ask Scott and Kevin to change it. I think us guys just got to get better. I have to get better, I should say. Tony, what's up, brother? We're enjoying the vacation. I'm trying to get over the flu still. Tony's seen how sick I was. I should have put my foot down and not race, but any of those street stock drivers out there, crew chiefs or anything, what did you guys think of the tires? And listen, if it gets too windy, tell me and I'll move. So let's see. The trick is to never qualify. Listen, man, I've always been a guy that wanted to be in the dash. I love being in the dash. It shows that you're one of the fast guys. So I was so bothered. I was more bothered how far off I was out of the dash. You know, and one thing I had to do, I had to walk up to Henderson and tell him I didn't make the dash, which I really wanted in that dash bad. I really did. But I don't know what would have happened. Would Joshua have gotten around me if I wouldn't have broke out? I'm not sure. I don't know how the outside line was. I think Lou Hill went to him and I went to the outside on a restart, and both of us just fell back. We went to turn one and the cars drifted up, and I followed Henderson underneath and went underneath Lou, but I think him and I just being on the outside kind of screwed me a little bit, but the car did not stick. If Lou's on here, let me know what your thought was going in. But so how about your classes? Everybody else, I thought every class was competitive. I thought the racing was fantastic. And again, as a racer myself and helping the best I can to show up and support Scott on Saturday, I thought the racing was pretty good. How about you guys? So what did Jeffrey say? I couldn't see what he said. His comment came on and went off.
Yeah, he didn't water the track.
He said Braden didn't water the track right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just watched the 8 when the green came out. I stepped out and watched. So, but yeah, so, you know, it's kind of funny here at Daytona International Speedway. We're seeing all these people out here running. You can see them out here running. They use the outside of the track to run, but what about Carson Hocevar, though, man, trying to save NASCAR? Steve O'Donnell gets the job because, and remember I said this to all you guys way back in probably November, maybe even September. NASCAR is not going to survive with Steve Phelps in France sitting at that desk. They're not going to survive. So they're both gone. I said they had to go. They had to go. But it doesn't mean Steve O'Donnell is the answer either. I like Steve. I know Steve. Steve gave him my opportunity with the truck series, him and Jim Cassidy. But where's this leaving me? Look, she's just walking away from me. But Steve O'Donnell saying, you know, we're listening now to the drivers. We're going to let them be themselves. I hope it's not too late. Carson Hocevar, literally, 1 week everybody hates him. The next week, he's the star of NASCAR for winning that race, which I thought was pretty badass of what he did afterwards. But you can't keep saying Steve O'Donnell and executives can't keep saying we're listening to the fans and we're listening to drivers when you're actually not. The little tiny things you're doing is really not a big adjustment. The big adjustment to me would be get rid of stage racing. End it. Get back to racing. Where are you going? Who cares about him out there?
Well, here comes another one. This negativity out here.
This is way too much negative. Where do you want me to walk to? You keep saying walk. Walk towards the cars. So she wants me to walk towards the cars and show you guys these cars. I am running. I'm hoping. I'm not sure right now that my car is going to be ready for Saturday, and I mean that completely. Being honest, I can't take that car out again the way it ran, the way it handled. So when I get back, I'm going to put it on the floor. I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to check everything to find out why it wouldn't turn. It would not turn. All you guys in all these classes that are watching right now, did you have any problems getting through the corners, turning? Because I struggled with it. And it might be because I haven't raced there in so damn long that I need a couple weeks to figure the track out again. Maybe that's what it is. But when we go in the corner and I see everybody turning left, but their front end's still sliding, I tend to think that it's all of us. So, Mylene, let me see what Mylene said. The sun's kind of hit me. You need to stay low in 3 and 4. I tried, but the car went up. I tried staying low. Like, if you watch the video of me going through the corner, you can see in my hands going left. And every time I touched the gas pedal, it would shoot up. So I got to fix that. I got to fix it this coming week when I get back, if I'm feeling better. But how did everybody else think it went Saturday night? Did you think Scott and them? I mean, I give them an A for everything they did. How about you guys? And I thought that, oh my God, some more negativity running at us. So, yeah, if you think about it, Painesville Speedway is the only track that did race Saturday night. There was a decent crowd for the first time out. Look at this. Look at this negativity. Look at this. Look at this. Man. Listen, if you know where I'm standing, you know what's across the street. Can't see the sign because the sun's going to blind it, but there's where my fat ass going to be running the Hooters. Everybody's running, but Laura wanted me to come over here and show everybody these cars. If you've never been to Daytona International Speedway before, wouldn't it be funny if we stepped out here and got hit by a bunch of runners? Look at them all. There's got to be a marathon or something going on. Or it's just healthy people because it's Daytona. Everybody's got to be good looking at you're watching. Let's see. Look at that. No, can't do it. Cannot do it. And the wind's blowing my hair all around. So, let's see. So Laura wanted me to show you guys this stuff. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Can you see the cars back there?
Yeah.
Right there? So, in a second, you'll start hearing voices of the race. So, Bunny, that was Braden's first time wetting down the track. I think he did pretty good. If he didn't, he's going to learn. He'll learn it. It's not something you learn overnight. So, I don't know. David said, what are they running from? Believe it or not, David, look, man. There's so many people who use Daytona to go running. I'll be running my ass to the damn concession stand to get a hot dog and a pizza.
You would, that ass.
So, look at all that. So, in all honesty, let's get your guys' opinion on what you guys thought and how you thought it ran Saturday night. So, from my view of racing, looked great, Tony. And Tony, you do a lot of badass photos, man. Thank you so much for supporting all of his drivers over the years. It's been fantastic. Kyle Carlson, Flat Rock and Painesville Speedway were the only two pavement tracks that raced Saturday. And Kyle, he went to Flat Rock.
Yes, he did. Yes.
So I wonder how did that go? So Mylene said, look good on video. Yeah. And congrats to you at the last minute. You picked Chase Elliott along with Parker. Only two people that took Chase Elliott and you won. That was pretty cool. So, how did everybody else think? What did you guys think of the race on Saturday night? I really think that over the next couple of weeks, when we get more and more security out on a golf cart now, I bet you $1 they come over to me, ask me what I'm doing. Or they're following all these guys. Let's see them coming. But let's see.
Number one rated racing. You know, Jared, I think this is a race.
It looks like a race, don't it?
Oh,
We actually think it's a race now because there's people following them with water. So we're going to walk down here and talk as we go.
we would pick this.
Thank you for the tow truck. You helped us. Yeah, Lane did a good job. Him and a couple other people did a great job. I made them go get the flatbed and help out. And this is what we all do. Instead of sitting here and complaining and then bashing them, we all got together and came up with a solution to help Painesville Speedway make it through the night. So that was pretty cool to do, to help. But yeah, I'd have to say the figure eight class, man, you guys are pretty badass, both of you guys, both of your divisions. But man, it's pretty cool to watch you guys out there doing that on that water. And then in the class, man, I thought Kyle Bates had the feature. I don't know what happened to him. I just see him dip off. So Zach Myers was your winner in, was it Outlaw Compacts or whatever?
No,
Just Compacts. Well, that says a compact. That looks like a SCCA race car. So let's see, Joe. Look good on video in between the breaks when working on the car. Yeah, Joe, it wasn't bad. It just, and like I said, it just might be me, but trying to learn it, man, but it just would not turn. And it might be because I'm going in so hard, which is going to cause a push all by itself. But I thought everything else was pretty good. I just don't like the tire. I just don't like it, but I'm going to race with it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to support the track and do whatever we got to do. But yeah, Genevieve, you're on vacation. Enjoy your vacation with your wife. Chris, I owe you an apology, brother. And you know why. Chris said it to me Saturday night when we're at the track, and this has been me for many, 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 many years. Hey, make sure we don't walk in the middle of this race I've got going on here.
by the track.
Chris even said it, when I'm at the track, I'm very quiet. I'm focused. I'm watching everything. I'm watching 20 things at one time, trying to figure it out. And when I lost my shit, Chris came over and helped me and calmed me down and had me refocus a little bit. Tim Valentine thought the calls on the track were 100% fair. Flag official needs to take command. So here's the thing with Andrea, the flag woman. That was her first time ever flagging. And Tim, I really think that she's going to get better and better as it goes on. She's passionate about it. She likes doing it. So she'll get better and better. And the tower's got to work. The tower's got to work with them or work with her to get her trained a little bit better. And it's just it's natural. Being a flag person becomes natural. As everyone knows, Denise Engel, Denise Williams, who now is the flag woman for ARCA, started out with all of us. So who knows? Kyle Bates, ignition power connection, fell off the fuse. But you got to be kidding me, bro. Man, I thought I had bad luck. You got to be kidding me. And I think you only had like 3 laps to go or something like that. And that happened. Oh my God, dude. I'm sick for you as a driver. I am sick for you, bro. Damn. Still walking. Laura wants me to walk. I think this is Laura's trick to get me better. Hey, let's do the podcast so you can walk. Look at her back there. Worst producer ever. Yeah, she had been freezing, Bunny. We all were freezing. All you employees did fantastic on there. I just wish another street stock driver would jump on so I could ask them what their opinion was of the tire. So let me see what else is. I can't. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know we were going on for the simple fact I wasn't going to because I didn't even have a voice. I started getting my voice back this morning. So I'm going to show you something cool here in a couple minutes. So if you've never been to Daytona Daytona International Speedway, I'll show you something pretty cool up and close. As long as I don't get beat up or something over here by security. Who dares me to sneak in the track and run out on the track? Who dares me? How much you give me if I run out there? If I just go right through that gate, jump that gate right there and go on the track. Don't even try it. Kyle's right. At least you haven't crashed a podcast yet. Maybe that's what we got to do. We got to always do them from Daytona International Speedway. And then she won't crash. David, I didn't think the weather helped with the tire grip either. Yeah, I just, the cold weather with that hard tire, I think is a huge obstacle. I think it's a huge obstacle. And you can't heat these tires up. They're so hard. Then I was talking to a driver that ran them for years that I got his phone number from the manufacturer who makes them. And a couple of people tried to put tire softener in them, and it took the adhesive off and the cap came off. So you can't do that. Hey, Snoker Race Fuel. Hey, $12 a gallon. It's almost... I was going to make a comment. I'm not going to make it about Sunoco and Race Fuel, but you see where I'm at. Laura said it's getting really windy. How about like this? Is that better, everybody? So I'm almost there. I'm about 2 minutes away from it. I want to show you guys. Kyle's a nose drink on the track. You ain't got to worry about that, bro. You know, the figure eight drivers, I was messing with Nestor after the race. Nestor, and this was me teasing him, so I don't want everybody talking. This guy, holy shit. All freaking muscle. Don't make me flex out here. Don't make me do it. Don't. Come on back, bro. Let me show you what a 12-pack looks like. Come on back. Shut up, Laura. But Nestor, I'm watching him out in the figure eight, and I told him and his wife, I said, you know, I've been following Nestor for years, and he's such a nice guy. The guy will do anything for you. I think he still works for Interstate Tone, but he'll do anything for you. So the figure eight's going on, and he stops in the intersection and lets the car go. Any other time in a circle track race, he'd take half the field out, not even think twice about it and go, I tried to stop, I had no brakes. But in a figure eight where you expect him to go through the intersection, he stopped. But then he told me he don't want to wreck his car. So I respect that. On night one, you don't want to wreck your car. So, yeah. Man, look at all the security over there. I ain't afraid of these guys. I ain't afraid. You are welcome, Braden. You are the employee of the night. When I see you on Saturday, if I make it out on Saturday, I'm going to buy you a hot dog. A foot long, because we know what you'll do with it. Now look, here's the first one. Bill France, Sr., looking down, ashamed of what his family did to the sport that he built from the ground up. Poor guy. Looking down. You see he's looking over there so he's looking towards the offices. You see his eyes going towards the offices. Thank God he's probably looking down and going, thank God my son is out of there destroying something I worked hard for. It's just ridiculous what they've done to this sport, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Tim Valentine.
Looks like we're down.
Wasn't a knock.
You guys just mentioned it, and we're not. Your personal page, it went down.
Okay.
We're still on the media page and YouTube.
Okay.
You guys had to mention me. It's crashing.
So I'm not on my personal page no more. It crashed. So
Might come back on.
It might come back on, but Kyle, you jinxed her. No, I don't think you were digging on Andrea at all. I didn't take it as a dig. It's just going to take time. That's not a really. Jim Miller said, "Don't flip every." Don't. So, Robbie Dalton said, "My ADHD." Let me finish the first conversation with him. No, I don't think you were getting on Andrea at all. I think it takes time. The flagging is not an easy position to do. It's not easy. So she'll get it. It'll come to flagging. So I've done every job at a track. Some of you have done every job at a track, but flagging is one of the hardest because you're looking left, right, down the backstretch. You're looking and you're listening. You're watching everything that's going on, and that's going to come in time. She's going to, here in 2 weeks from today, she's going to be right on it. So no, I don't think you, Tim, I don't think you were digging on her at all. And then here's the best part about this whole place, the man. So if you've never been to Daytona Speedway, I hope this helps. I know they show it to you on TV, but this is a badass. The legend that built NASCAR. Someone left some flowers there. Someone left some nice flowers for Dale. Hell yeah. So we could talk a little bit while I show you this. So someone mentioned about the middle finger when I came by the flag stand. I shouldn't have done it, but it's Robbie. Robbie said, "Hey, I want every driver that comes by to wave, do something, blah, blah, blah." So I gave him the middle finger, trying to be funny, and I realized there's kids in the stand. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I meant the middle finger for Robbie. I completely meant it, but I shouldn't have done it the way I did it. So, but other than that, I think everything else went pretty freaking good. I didn't mean for you to actually crash it. That's Laura. Laura, what did you do? What'd you do, Laura? You know what it is? Look at her panicking. Look, but let's sit here with Dale and talk for a little bit. Dale, what do you think of NASCAR? What do you think has happened over the year? Yeah, I get it. I wouldn't say nothing either. But yeah, man, it's just, you got kicked out of where for 2 weeks? Well, no, here's the difference, Charles. I went by joking with Robbie. You probably went by meaning it to somebody. So who did you actually flip off, Charles, and why? So, and then Braden said something about a hot dog. It flipped off the screen.
He said that track hot dogs hit different than any other hot dogs.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when we watch it with the footlong this Saturday. But overall, if you raced last Saturday, if you're a fan there, what did you think? So let's do it this way. Give me your opinion on how everything was, if you're a racer, and then give me a grade from D to A. No Fs. There's no Fs. You can't have an F last Saturday. You can't do it. So I only got like 5 minutes left, 10 minutes left, and I have to sign off. But let's talk about it real quick. What did you really think? So let's grade how the track did. I think Kevin did fantastic for the first time being up there. The only person I didn't know what the hell they were doing, and someone can help me out, I seen Kevin Jackson standing by the pit chute. Was he supposed to be working the pit chute or working the gate going in and out? That was Kevin doing. I seen Scott doing everything. 1 minute Scott's on the track. He's doing this. He's in the pit building. He's in a concession. Scott was doing everything, and so was Kevin. And I got to tell you, I said this for years. I think Robbie would make the perfect race director to a point. So I think Kevin gave him that opportunity Saturday night, and I think Robbie did a pretty good job at race directing. Wait, you gave Jason Crancy the middle finger and you got thrown out? So Did you get black flagged and that's why you got thrown out, or were you just joking and did it? Tony, I'll bring him a foot-long glizzy, Tony, because you know what Brady is going to do to that thing. So Kyle said, from what I could see from the pics and video, it looked good. I'm looking forward to coming out Saturday. Well, if I race or not on Saturday, Kyle, I will be there just to make sure you get to go anywhere you want and get the VIP pass.
And he is on our show next week.
He's on our show?
Yes. He's our special in-studio guest.
Would you get away from Dale Sr.? You're not even a fan. You're a Rusty fan.
I was not a Dale fan.
Take your non-winning ass over there with all the Rustlers.
Rusty Wallace forever.
Let's go over to the Rusty fans and see how the Rusty fans are doing. Oh, there's none over there. So, man, that's great. I love it. Kevin Meyer said Robbie doesn't get enough credit for what he does. You are absolutely correct. And listen, I busted his balls at the beginning of the show, but he really deserves a shot to race direct and score. He really does deserve the shot. And maybe put Kevin down in a pit shoot and walk around or do whatever, putting out fires with Scott. But Robbie, you did a great job Saturday night. When these guys told me everything you were doing, you did a great job. Maybe we'll get you a foot-long hot dog and you and Braden can share it. What cartoon is it where the two animals eat some spaghetti noodle from one end to the other? That could be Braden and Robbie. Yeah, what is that from? What movie? Cartoon. Gary said they're coming out Saturday. I don't even know. What is the weather supposed to be like this coming weekend? I think it's supposed to be good. Hopefully it's turning to get better. So, Braden, you know everyone's going to make you race. I'm going to come back and try to get the car together. But it's not coming out if it ain't right. I would rather miss. Oh, my God. I would rather miss.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it. Stop with the whole, oh, my God, I'm dying. Stop it. Stop.
I would rather miss another night of racing than finish fourth. I don't like it. It sucks. I don't like finishing fourth. I feel like I'm a top 3 car, and it's pretty pissed. So I'm going to get back and get it on the ground and get it set up and see if I can get it to work, get it to turn, and get it going. So, oh, Jill, so glad you brought up Brian. I'm so glad you brought up Brian. Listen, I was so against Brian in the beginning, and then after talking to Scott, and Brian's always been a great announcer. He's entertaining. He's always been a good announcer. But, man, Jill, I think he hit it out of the ballpark. If there's anybody Saturday night that gets an A+, it's Brian Douglas, because even sitting in the car, listening to him talk about other drivers and the pass and all that, and the car shut off at the start finish line, I burst out laughing. It was funnier than hell listening to Brian. So yeah, so Brian and Britt.
Can we hear the goggles story?
Absolutely not. Bye, Dale. Praise Dale. That's the man right there. They got him right next to France. The two people that made NASCAR what they are today. That man right there, and then that man over there. I'll walk back over there for any of you guys who just signed on. But NASCAR today, well, not today. I'm not comparing NASCAR to today the way our heroes did it. Bye, Dale. See you later.
We're getting
3. For what?
People are giving us the forecast for Saturday.
What is the forecast for Saturday? Can you tell me?
66 and sunny.
There you go. So hopefully I can get it done.
Okay.
Oh,
Check this out.
look. You can see it. For you Jeff Gordon fans. Dale Jarrett. Remember the UPS commercials? Is there a way to turn this around so I can show everybody, Laura? It's got to stay in the front? All right. Can you see it or no? So there's Dale Earnhardt. Can you see Earnhardt? There's Dale. Jeff Gordon. Boo! Boo! Rainbow for a reason. I shouldn't have said that. Michael Waltrip. Doing my pit walk, Michael. Doing my pit walk. So it looks good, the weather for Saturday. That's cool. Better race and get those top 5 before the big dogs show up. I'm going to go race with the big dogs in a couple weeks, but
Stand here and show the sunset.
you guys see the sunset in the background? See it back there? NASCAR headquarters is back there. That's where the circus is. They shouldn't call it a headquarters. That's called the circus. The NASCAR circus offices are back there. Let's make a decision tonight. Flip a quarter. We got it. I'm so shocked that Steve O'Donnell and the NASCAR people didn't tell Carson Hocevar, oh, you better not do that again like they did with Chastain at Martinsville. Tim, let me see what Tim said. Be sure to stop at Buc-ee's. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stop at Buc-ee's.
No.
I got to stop at Buc-ee's.
No.
Got to have a
anti-Buc-ee's.
Got to have a brisket sandwich. So, but definitely. But yeah, since everybody will probably be racing, let's say goodbye. It's everybody say goodbye to Bill France Sr. Bill, what do you think, man? What do you think? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would think too, Bill. I think that your son going home, what is he, 80 years old? I think him going home and just watching sunsets every night and doing all that, can't screw that up, huh? But, man, you got to be turning over your grave what your family did to this sport. But enough of picking on the France family. I'll probably be banned and never be allowed on this property again. That was one of the things that I was looking forward to with IHRA, if it would have worked out with all them, was the vision, the future vision of stock car racing was going to change. I wish we would have kept that direction a little bit and not gone the way everything started going, because there's such an opportunity with the best drivers in America, like at Painesville Speedway. So Jerry Patrick Media is getting ready to hire a couple employees, so you'll start seeing employees around the racetrack asking you questions, taking videos, and things like that on Saturday. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to be interviewed and put on Jerry Patrick Media, just let us know, and we will make sure that happens. But let's see. Kyle said, I know. Buc-ee's can't tell the difference between a beaver and a moose. Right. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Could you imagine that there's a big debate over between a moose and a beaver? I don't know. Well, before I let everybody go, is there anything else we wanted to talk about racing? Or yes, Laura?
Can we discuss the tragedy at the Truck Series race?
Oh, I totally forgot about the Truck Series race. Oh my God. Could you imagine a squirrel got on the track? That squirrel has been at Texas Motor Speedway probably 100 years. It was probably the oldest squirrel. The other squirrel was probably inducted into the Texas Motor Speedway Hall of Fame. And then Cole Butcher runs the son of a gun over.
I mean, he didn't mean to.
Splat.
That was bad karma. Like, he ended up getting last.
So he hits a squirrel. Then later on, he spins into the wall. That squirrel was looking down on him and said, you are not finished this race. You just killed me. There ain't no way. And I feel bad for the Thor Sports guys because they're working their ass off to do good this year. And the stupidest things that are happening. You know what they should do? They should put scoops on the front of the trucks now. So he went nuts. Let me see what this sunset looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. That's pretty cool through the palm trees. So, but yeah, looking forward to this Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to have the car done. Hope some new guys come out this weekend. Get your cars done, working on them this week, so you guys can come have some fun at the Painesville Speedway. And like Jill said, we got a great announcer. He did fantastic. Really funny, entertaining. Braden, definitely an employee of the night. And all you guys should be saying it too. Who was your favorite employee? I don't even work for Painesville Speedway. I just go there and race to support them. What did you guys think? Who do you think should be? Who do you think was pretty good Saturday night? I keep watching security. They're watching me like a hawk now. They must. I guarantee it. There's microphones over there. There's microphones over there, and they heard me talking to Bill France. So I apologize. I don't want to get kicked out of here. So before we go, anything else we want to talk about? Because I'm leaving here and going right over there to Hooters. Over there. The sunset's right there.
No, it's really pretty.
So, and I'm only going to Hooters because I'm hungry. There's no other reason to be going to Hooters. Rob Cromie said Scott and Kevin. Yeah, Rob, I agree, dude. And you did pretty good too, man. I think you got second, if I remember correctly. You were on there. You were flying, dude. But to Scott and Kevin, you got a week under your belt. This is how I'm gonna close the show. To Scott and Kevin, you guys got a week under your belts. This job ain't easy. It's not for the weak. You two are gonna fight. You're gonna argue. You're gonna disagree. You're gonna agree. And at the end of the day, you guys are going to come together and you're going to work things out where you guys understand each other. I want people going, oh my God, there's a problem with Scott and Kevin. No, there's not. I'm just telling you what happens with people that are in those positions after weeks and weeks and weeks of racing. You get sick of each other. You start picking on each other. You start doing that. These two ain't going to do that. Kevin is so mellow and having such a great time. But to both of you guys, don't let the drivers, don't let the fans dictate how your day is going to go. You have a set of rules in place. You have procedures in place. And I did it. And I didn't yell. I just said, hey, I got black flag. I should have been put in a different spot. We worked it out. But to Kevin and Scott, do not do what all other owners at small racetracks have done. Do not stop what you're doing to listen on the way things should be. It shouldn't be that way. When we get back, we can all three sit down and talk, and can't go to Hooters. No Hooters there. I hear there's going to be a Twin Peaks at Menor, which is better than Hooters. But to Scott and Kevin, don't let people get between you guys. You guys ran your asses off on Saturday. You guys did fantastic. Just keep doing what you're doing and don't lose focus, which is succeeding. Just keep doing what you're doing, and everything's going to fall into place. So until I get back on, when am I coming back?
Thursday night.
Thursday I come back. Hope everybody has a great couple days. Yeah, Tim, I agree, man. Thanks again, Scott and Kevin. But I just know, because I've done it for so long, I know that shit's going to start happening. Don't let it. Just move on. Keep focus on what you guys are doing. You guys are great at what you're doing. Scott, you've been around racing your whole life, man. Or not your whole life. I don't want to say you're that old, but Kevin, you too, man. You guys just stay focused. You two stay focused. Let everything else happen. You two stay focused. You have a plan, stick to it. Until Saturday, I guess, or before then, unless I do another Facebook Live. Until Saturday, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for this special show tonight. I think we learned a lot. Anybody else commenting before I go?
Nope.
All right, everybody. Until Saturday, we'll see you. Good night, everybody.